8:45 on Friday, February 5th, 2016, a duty manager stands beside a dead printer on the 10th floor of Bangladesh Bank's main office in Dhaka. This silent box is the first alarm in a theft aimed at almost $1 billion. The machine should be spitting out transfer records from the bank's account at the New York Fed. Instead, it sits mute. Staff reboot it. Paper coughs out. Urgent messages from New York. Payment orders carrying the bank's own authority are already racing across the world. Most vaults need steel cut open. This one opens with a message. Who sent the orders? And why does a broken printer know before the bank does?
The record runs through BBC News' Lazarus reconstruction, PCIJ's Philippine timeline, ISACA and bank info security on the SWIFT environment, plus the New York Fed, SWIFT, Bangladesh Bank, and U.S. Treasury statements. The picture they draw is colder than a hack. A bank was made to trust its own attacker. Bangladesh Bank is not a corner branch with a sleepy teller. It is the country's central bank, the keeper of national reserves, with a U.S. dollar account at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. That account is supposed to move only when the right banking language arrives. In this world, SWIFT is not money. It is the message that tells banks where money should go. A correct message has weight. It walks through doors. It tells clerks, filters, and correspondents, this is authorized. That is the first trick. The thieves do not need to blow open SWIFT's core network. They need Bangladesh Bank's own environment to say yes. Security reporting later described malware that touched the bank's local SWIFT software and helped hide evidence of the transfers. That matters. A normal robbery fights the alarm. This one edits the room where the alarm is supposed to speak. The printer on the 10th floor is not a side character. It is the bank's paper conscience. Every transfer should leave a physical trace there. Warm paper sliding into a tray. If the paper stops, the room loses one of its simplest senses. The system can still move money. The people just lose the sound of it moving. The BBC reporting and later U.S. action pointed toward North Korean-linked operators, the kind of crew security researchers often place under the Lazarus name. The label sounds supernatural. The work is not. It is patience. It is the ability to stare at a boring process until the boring process confesses where it is weak. It is account names, message formats, office calendars, and the ugly discipline of waiting. Before February 2016, the attackers studied the payment environment and prepared to send instructions from inside trusted channels. That is competence in its coldest form. Not genius as sparkle. Genius as inventory. What doors exist? Which ones are watched? Which ones are watched only on weekdays? The escape route was not built in the moment. In 2015, 4 accounts were opened at RCBC's Jupiter Street branch in Manila. Later, those accounts would receive stolen Bangladesh bank funds. That is a quiet sentence with a loud fuse. 4 accounts, a street name, a branch manager's ordinary day. For months, the route sits there like a parked car with the engine cold. A good escape route is supposed to look unused. Its job is to be forgettable until the night it matters. Nothing cinematic, no ski mask, no foot chase. Just accounts waiting in a bank's database, becoming more dangerous every day. Nobody asks why they exist.
Timing is the other weapon. The transfer run begins on a Thursday night in Dhaka, while New York is still awake. Bangladesh is sliding into its weekend. New York will get its own weekend soon after. Manila is approaching Lunar New Year. 3 cities, 3 clocks. The thieves are not just hacking computers, they are hacking office hours. Every unanswered phone, every empty desk, every holiday calendar becomes cover. Systems hate ambiguity, so they route it into queues. Queues take time. Time is the getaway driver. Pause.
That is why this heist is so elegant and so ugly. Each institution sees only a normal piece of the chain. One bank sees an authenticated instruction. Another sees a payment that needs screening. A branch in Manila sees accounts that already exist. A printer in Dhaka sees nothing at all because it has been made blind. No single room holds the whole crime while it is happening. The plan lives in the gaps between rooms. That is why blame will later look easier than prevention. Blame can point to a desk, a branch, a governor. Prevention has to see the whole chain before the chain breaks. The thieves are betting that by the time anyone sees the full shape, the money will have learned to vanish. If the bank's own voice gives the order, who is supposed to call it a lie? And when the money lands, who will be brave enough or greedy enough to touch it? On the night of the run, the heist stops being theory. The machine receives orders, and for a few hours, the global banking system treats the thieves like bank staff. At 20:36, on Thursday, February 4th, 2016, the fraudulent orders begin. 35 transfer instructions move from Bangladesh Bank's environment toward its account at the New York Fed. The total is about $951 million. Nearly $1 billion. Not in sacks, not in wire cages, in messages. Each order is a small act of impersonation, clean enough to ask for obedience, and large enough to change a country's balance sheet. The crime has the nerve to wear a bank's own suit. From the Fed side, the instructions look authenticated because they come through the trusted environment. That is the beauty and the horror. The strongest part of the system, its trust in format and authority, becomes the handle on the vault door. But a perfect plan still has to pass through imperfect pipes. Screening systems and intermediary checks question details in some payment instructions. According to BBC reporting, even the word Jupiter creates trouble because it matches the name of a sanctioned Iranian shipping vessel. A street name in Manila suddenly sounds like a sanctions problem. That is dark comedy with 9 digits attached. The review process slows payments. Most orders do not make it through. The thieves have built a billion-dollar machine, but the machine is now grinding against its own safety rails. Another route points to Sri Lanka. $20 million is headed for a beneficiary named Shalika Foundation. Only the instruction does not spell it that way. It says Shalika Foundation. 2 missing letters. The kind of error a tired clerk might circle in red ink. The transfer draws scrutiny and is reversed. $1 billion operation has just been clipped by spelling. That does not make the defenders lucky fools. It makes the system human. Humans notice ugly little things. Sometimes an empire of code loses to a typo. The stopped orders create the illusion that the system has caught up. It has not. Review is not reversal. Suspicion is not recovery. Every held payment buys defenders a little truth, but every released payment gives the thieves a head start. This is the cruel middle of the heist. Neither side fully knows the score. New York is asking questions. Dhaka is missing signals. Manila is waiting with accounts already warmed by preparation. The attack is no longer one event. It is a race between friction and flight. Every minute has a shape. A review queue in one country, a sleeping office in another, a branch account in a third. Nobody needs to panic all at once. The plan works if they panic in sequence.
Back in Dhaka, the dead printer buys the attackers more darkness. Bangladesh Bank staff discover the Swift transaction printer is not working the next morning, and that failure delays recognition of the breach. Security reporting later says malware interacted with the local Swift software and helped hide local evidence. The thieves are not only sending false orders, they are smothering the receipts. Picture the 10th floor. Secure room. Stale office air. Machine that should chatter doesn't. The robbery is loud in New York and Manila. Dhaka. It begins as silence.
Silence does not stop the money. About $81 million reaches accounts in the Philippines after most attempted transfers are stopped or queried. The figure is smaller than the dream, but still obscene. $81 million is enough to turn a bank scandal into a national wound. It lands where the old route was waiting. The RCBC Jupiter Street accounts opened the year before. The attack has crossed its most dangerous border. It is no longer only digital. It has become bank balances in Manila, sitting close enough for people to cash out. That is where the story changes texture. Code becomes paperwork. Paperwork becomes pesos. Pesos move through remittance channels and casino floors. The room changes. Fluorescent bank counters give way to private gaming tables and stacks of chips. The point is not glamour. It is distance. The stolen funds pass through Philippine banking, remittance, and casino channels before much of the money disappears. This is the part of the heist that feels less like a keyboard and more like a laundry room. Heat, noise, repetition. Stains worked until they blur. A clean transfer can be frozen. Dirty cash in a casino is harder. Chips do not carry a confession. Pause. Who cashes a central bank's reserve money without asking too many questions? And after casino chips touch the trail, what can still be clawed back? Now, the hunters enter late. The thieves have already used the machine, and the remaining fight is over clocks, freezes, names, and money that keeps changing clothes. Philippine timelines show the warning reaching RCBC officials after the money has already landed. Accounts are frozen, but too late to make the story clean. By then, withdrawals and transfers have pushed the funds through the branch and outward. This is the cruelty of exception handling. A bank can raise a hand, but only after the message has crossed the room. The hunters are not chasing a person in a coat. They are chasing instructions, ledgers, remittance slips, balances, and names that may not belong to anyone real. The Getaway is bureaucratic. That makes it faster. No siren can chase a ledger entry across jurisdictions at highway speed. It has to send requests, wait for replies, and hope the next desk is awake. At the center of the Philippine branch story stands Maya Santos Digito, the RCBC branch manager associated with the Jupiter Street accounts. In a heist this large, the public wants a mastermind. What it gets is a local checkpoint with a nameplate. Digito becomes one of the visible human faces of a transnational operation. In 2019, she is convicted on 8 counts of money laundering connected to the heist. One person in a branch can become the place where a global failure tries to fit inside a courtroom. The money trail keeps pointing away from screens. Reporting links casino junket operator Kim Wong, also known as Kamsin Wong, to the Philippine money trail. Investigative timelines describe portions of the stolen money moving through casino channels and later recovery efforts involving Wong. That phrase, recovery efforts, sounds clean. The rooms were not clean. Think private gaming rooms, stacks of chips, cash converted and reconverted until the original theft becomes harder to see. The hackers understood the first half of the machine. The launderers understood the second. Bangladesh Bank's governor, Atiur Rahman, pays a different price. He is not the coder. He is not the person carrying cash through Manila. He is the institutional face when the theft becomes public. In March 2016, after criticism that officials were not promptly informed, Rahman resigns. That is how systems protect themselves after a breach. They find a person-shaped exit wound. The public sees one resignation, one podium, one headline. Underneath it, the machine is still intact, still necessary, still moving money, because stopping it would be its own disaster. Pause. The institutions answer in the language institutions know. The Philippine Central Bank imposes a record 1 billion peso fine on RCBC. In May 2016, the New York Fed, Bangladesh Bank, and SWIFT issue a joint statement promising cooperation, recovery of proceeds, pursuit of perpetrators, and protection of the global financial system. It is sober language. It has to be. Behind it sits a worse thought. The thieves did not need to own the global system.
They only needed one bank's trusted doorway and enough time for the money to leave.